Welcome back to our channel, The Fancy Moms. I'm Courtney.
And I'm Allie. And today we are going to talk about the questions you always wanted to ask your lesbian friends, but you might have been too afraid to ask. So this should be pretty interesting. Let's get into the video.
Okay, so we have a list of questions here that we're just gonna...
So we have a list of questions that we're going to ask each other. We are two different people. We do identify differently. So we are going to go back and forth a little bit between each question. And hopefully you guys will get some of the information that you've been looking for.
Okay, so first question. How did you know you were gay?
I kind of always had a bit of a feeling, I think, but I just didn't know. I remember when I was younger, like in elementary school, kind of being more tomboyish, what they call, and I always would rather wear clothes that were more like boy clothes than girl clothes, and I thought that was just like, typical. I was just being labeled as a tomboy, and I just wasn't really frilly or fluffy or anything like that. I wasn't really into pink and things like that. I think that I was maybe in the 5th or 6th grade when I was looking at all of my little friends that were, starting to do the dating thing where they were dating the boy in class or whatever the case might have been. And I just kind of wasn't really interested in the boy, and I was more interested in the girl. But I didn't know what that meant, or like how to express that, or how to deal with that. Really, it was just kind of confusing for me. I didn't know, how anybody really was feeling other than what everybody else was doing. So I kind of tried to pretend like I was like boy crazy, and I talked to some boys when I was in elementary school and in middle school. And one of my friends actually I had a group of friends that they were kind of experimenting with being bisexual at the time, is what they were expressing it as. And I had one of my friends tell me that they thought that I was gay, and I was like, no, not me. That's no. Mm-mm. And one day she was like, you know what, I think you really are, and she kissed me, and I was like, whoa, okay, maybe that was okay. But I was really nervous about it because I didn't feel like everybody else was feeling like I was feeling. It seemed like everybody else was just kind of doing it because it was like almost like a fad in middle school, and it felt real to me. So I guess I pretty much knew at that point when I was in middle school, and I kind of had a way to identify it, but I was still, I guess, scared to say anything. And people in middle school are kind of mean, so when they were like, well, if you don't know that you're gay, if you wouldn't have sex with another girl, then you're not gay. Well, I was like 13 and I wouldn't have sex with anybody, so I was like, somebody had said that to me, and that really caught me off guard, because it was like, I wouldn't have sex with a girl. But, now thinking back, I wouldn't have had sex with a boy either, so. But I'd say probably for like a year or two, I was like, no, I can't be gay. It must just be like, something that I'm confused about, because I don't want to have sex with a girl, and I don't want to, do those things or anything like that. So I guess that was something that really confused me and kind of led me into dating, or whatever you would call it, in middle school, other boys and talking to other boys. And I had other girlfriends at the time too, but and I felt more for them than I ever did for any boys. But it was just really confusing until I guess I got into high school, and I got into my first serious relationship with a girl. And I think once that happened, I knew, like, that I was way more attracted to women than I was men. And through my teenage years, I still was questioning myself, but I think it was more questioning because of what society wanted me to do and what my parents wanted me to do, and what my friends were doing. And so, in the end, now I'm obviously married to my wife, but but I think it's different for everybody. I think everybody kind of goes through a different trial when they're trying to identify themselves. What about you?
What? What was the question?
How did you know you were gay?
Oh God. Okay.
That was really long of me. Sorry. I don't know what just happened. It was like story time.
How did I know I was gay? I don't really know how to answer that.
That's why mine
It's
was so
super
long.
hard because you just growing up, all you see is men and women together. Well, when we were younger, it wasn't as
Prominent in society.
and so I know I saw my parents that were still together, and my whole family. I didn't know anybody on the planet that was gay except for Elton John
And Ellen?
and Ellen.
We love you, Ellen,
But-
if you're watching.
But I didn't know, I didn't really think anything of it, and at that point, all my friends were like, "Ew, that's gross," and whatever. But I guess I was older, maybe in high school, when I started really I might have these feelings. Might be an actual I have feelings for a girl, and yes, I dated guys. And I'd had boyfriends, and that's a whole other story.
I think I can't speak for everybody, but I think most people that identify as gay, lesbian, or other,
You just develop
you-
feelings for people,
Yeah.
and it's not like I thought to myself. The only reason why it's different for us is because there was a moment where we were like, "Oh crap!" We're not going the right way that everyone else is going. We're going this other way, and something is weird about that. You know what I mean? And so, but yeah, once I knew I had feelings for girls, and like she said, I had more feelings for the girls than I did the guys that I had dated. And then obviously here we are.
Yours is much shorter than mine. Sorry.
Okay. Your first kiss with the girl.
I think I already said that. Your turn.
Oh. My first kiss with a girl. I was in high school. It was, I think I was a freshman in high school. And I remember being in a car with my boyfriend and a friend and another girl that I didn't know very well, but she was a junior in high school. She was an older one.
Oh, dang.
Oh, dang. But anyway, we were all in band together because, nerd status. But anyways, and they had just dared me and the girl in the back seat to kiss. And so I was like, no. And I'm going to be quite honest, I did not have feelings for her that way at all. Zero. So I don't even know if this is a legit question for me because that was, yeah, answer. Because I didn't have feelings for her. I didn't think anything.
Really even know her, did you?
Not really, no. And I mean, yeah, she's a beautiful woman. She still is to this day. I'm not gonna name names because awkward. But no, I didn't have feelings for her like that. So when we did kiss, it was like,
It wasn't fireworks.
wah, wah. But that was my first one. It was a dare. Okay, so how do you feel about labeling yourself as a lesbian?
So I don't think that I mean, I identify as a lesbian, but I don't think that I really label myself in any way. I guess for me, because I am more masculine presenting, people just kind of know. So it's almost like something that, I don't know. I mean, I guess I wear it as a badge of honor because I don't really care what people think of me. But for me, I just try to do what I'm comfortable with, and I'm not I'm not. I mean, I'm obviously out, and I'm not ashamed of myself or anything, but I don't like go screaming it from the rooftops or anything like that. I live my life like any other normal person would, and I try to do it to the best that I can, and I try to be the most comfortable in my skin as I can. And so I guess that's just, kind of who I am, but it's not what defines me.
I have to answer that same question. And
Well, how is it different for you presenting as a feminine lesbian?
It is different for me because I have to come out all the freaking time to everybody. And it's only not because I feel like I need to spread the word that, hey guys, I'm a lesbian. But it's because, especially now that we have a son, and unfortunately for her, I'm with him at work and stuff all the time. And so everyone knows that I have a son, but they don't know my life. And I don't flaunt. I mean, I don't have pictures up in where I work of, our whole family. I work in to explain a little bit more, I work in a child care learning center, and I'm the director there, and I have an office that's out of everyone's. So I do have pictures and stuff of our family in there, and of our son and everything, but not a lot of people go in there and say, hey, you know what, I think that she's gay because look at that picture. It's just not something that is just like written on my forehead. And so it's super awkward for me, like having to constantly like answer questions like, so where's your dad, to our son. And I always have to say, well, I have a wife and he has 2 moms. But because I am more feminine than she is, I have the experience to where everyone just assumes that I'm straight.
And, I only recently cut my hair, and, I've always been, like I said before, kind of tomboyish, but I've also, expressed myself as a feminine woman. So, I've gone through that before, too.
That she is actually really feminine. Like, other than, like, your hair and the way that you dress.
Yeah.
But other than that, she's extremely feminine, which people are like super confused by. They think that she'd be the one like
doing all the masculine work.
That's not me. That's me. It's all backwards.
I think that's another question.
I think
we'll go into that in a minute.
Okay. Have you had any negative experiences with strangers? Yes. But other than like getting hit on at the bar, because apparently mostly men, and I'm not trying to like,
women have done it too.
Women have done it too, but they just think that, oh, you're a lesbian couple, let's have a threesome.
I'm a lesbian too. Oh my god.
We get that all the time.
Biggest pet peeve
from men, especially. I'm sorry. I
women,
love guys. I think that's another question on here.
Yeah.
We'll just go into that one. Do you just hate men?
No, definitely
Are you
not.
gay because you just hate men? No, we have amazing male friends and like a ton of amazing male influences in our lives. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And we love them with our whole heart, and they're like genuinely good-hearted people. And yeah, we like mess around and joke around about stuff like that when you're in a close relationship like that, but being in a environment where you don't even know these people and they're coming up just like assuming that because you're gay, you just sleep with everybody.
Yeah, we've had couples come up to us, women, men, I mean, all kinds of stuff. I mean,
and we're like, no,
one thing
we're not like that.
I've never really experienced any like hate per se. And I know that we've been extremely fortunate in that. I've experienced ignorance.
We have. I mean, we've been in arguments with people that were, shaming us for being gay, and stuff like that. But for like being out in public and having people like attack us or protest us or whatever, we haven't directly experienced those things.
Yeah.
So
the main things that I think that I've been I've been put in uncomfortable situations, where I can remember one time specifically where we had gone out to stay in a hotel on the Riverwalk in San Antonio, close to where we live, and it was our anniversary, and we were walking down the street holding hands, and a guy came up and started hitting on Courtney, and I'm like, hi, right here, hello, back off, and I think that has happened more often than I would like it to. It's just people that don't respect our relationship because we're gay, and that's probably one of the biggest, negative things that has happened with strangers. But I mean, all in all, like I said, we've been very fortunate in not really having a lot of hate. I did experience some, I don't know how to explain it, like under the table discrimination, I guess, at work with one of my old bosses. But it wasn't anything that, it was like I said, it's kind of, I don't even know how to explain it. Like under the table, like they just kind of like slyly did it. Like just like, oh, those are nice earrings, kind of, but also like more serious because it was in my job where it was limiting me in where I could move and go. But yeah, for me, as far as that goes, I haven't really experienced any kind of like major hate or anything like that. And then to answer the question, as far as
I will say, with friendship wise, I will say that we have lost some friends since they've had kids, because their significant other didn't want their kids around us because we were gay.
Yeah, but again, I think that's mainly ignorance, not hate, because the person that did that is not a great person to begin with, and we didn't really get along with them anyways, so I think that might have been something that happened in either case. Mm-hmm. But also, to answer the other question on if we just hate men, I don't hate men. I love everybody the same way that I would if we're friends and, if I know them, and I can tell if a man is attractive or not. It's not like I just think every man is ugly. I mean,
a lot of people think that because we're gay, we think all men are ugly. Yeah. And that's not true. Mm-hmm. Just like if you're a straight woman, you can tell when another woman is attractive. Mm-hmm. We're not blinded.
Yeah. I mean, we know what is attractive and what is good looking, and it's not a sexual attraction for me. So, and I think that's like the last thing on my list as far as what draws me to women, mm-hmm. Versus men.
Good answer.
Do you think there's gender roles in our relationship? We kind of touched on that a little bit.
Yeah, we don't really have gender roles.
We're kind of all over the place. We're the women. We're both women.
Both the women, but
I think we each take on different tasks in our household, which I think is healthy even for male and female relationships.
Right.
Because, I don't believe in stereotypical gender roles. I don't think that just because you're a woman you should have to do all the dishes and do all the laundry and take care of the kids. I think that it's important for both people in the relationship to do all of those things. I don't think that that's a fair way for a relationship to work,
And both of us work, and both of us do the household chores. Mm-hmm. And both of us take care of Grayson. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just like, for instance, with Grayson, bedtime, it's not just me or not just her, like getting him ready for bed and putting him to bed. For an example, like tonight, she gave him a bath and then I put him to bed. And then tomorrow night, I'll give him a bath and she'll put him to bed. And we just kind of like take turns. And then like with chores and stuff, like I do the laundry, she does the dishes. I hate dishes, she hates laundry. So we just kind of split those things equally. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like
except
to clean
for
the
yard
bathrooms.
work.
No, I don't do yard work. But I have horrible allergies.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
just can't.
She really can't.
Literally allergic to everything.
But
that's a story for another time.
So no, so no, I don't think that we have gender roles at all. So when people ask us, well, who's the man in the relationship?
Yeah, and people tend to
assume.
People tend to assume that I would do everything. You know,
All
the only thing that I do that's like even halfway masculine, I think, is like taking care of the cars and taking out the trash. But again, I don't believe in gender roles, so I think that, you know, that could be on anybody's relationship anywhere, you know.
I mean,
and
you have
she
to
does
do those
the
things
yard
if you're
work.
a single mom.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
It just doesn't. Yeah, we don't believe in that.
Yeah, and it's like,
and it works perfectly for us.
Yeah.
Like splitting it up.
yeah,
For
it does.
sure.
Yeah, we both, you know, clean up and do things during the week or whatever, and then, you know, like if I do the dishes, she'll wipe the counters, or if she folds the clothes, sometimes I'll put them away, or, you know, whatever the case might be. And I think that that's important for a healthy, balanced relationship, no matter who you are.
Yeah. If you're both working, then you both need to share the chores. Come on, let's be fair. Okay. Next question, I guess it's just this one. Is it true that lesbian relationships move quicker than straight relationships?
So,
my answer is the majority of the time, yes.
However, we
have
experienced.
That we have experienced.
I don't know, you know, I can't speak for the entire lesbian community. I can just speak for us and our friends and things like that, you know. And I've met plenty of people where it didn't just, you know, explode. But I feel like maybe not the whole U-Haul thing where you move in right away, which we did. But
I think when you've got all the hormones, all the feelings just go faster, and you just connect easier.
I feel like women fall in love faster than men would either way.
But we will say that we know many couples that have gone really fast, and they're super happy,
and that's, you know, male and female, or even gay couples.
Yeah.
So
it really just depends on the individuals.
In our experience with the people that we know, I think it does, but like I said, I can't speak for, you know, the entire group of people because everybody's different. And there's plenty of people that they do take their time. Just depends on your situation.
Just smart. We were not.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, I mean like. Shut up! I meant we went really fast.
We did. And, you know, there's things that you learn from that too, and there's things that are, you know, that make your relationship more difficult when you move quickly like that.
That is accurate.
Because you still don't really know each other, and you're still trying to get to know each other, and then
we've been
all of a sudden you know everything.
We're still trying to get to know each other.
Like, yeah, definitely. It's like, what's your favorite color? I don't know.
Shut up. You know my favorite color.
Purple.
Thank you.
Anyways, so yeah, those are some of the questions. If you guys have any other questions that you want to know,
we would definitely make a part 2 to this video.
Definitely.
So go ahead and in the comments, ask any questions that you're wanting to know. And I'm bad at this.
Okay, so if you guys have any other questions that you want to know about, leave them in the comments for us. Also, hit that like button. It really does help our channel. And make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And also, Jennifer Gearhart, here's your shout out.
Love ya.
Jennifer did get the notification shout out, and we did forget to mention it in the last video, so I'm glad we got it this time. If you guys want to get a shout out, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, and let us know in the comments that your notifications are on. We will do a shout out for our notification winner in the next video as well. And
on that note, we shall see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.